Hey everybody, happy Friday TGIF, Q&A Friday, all of the above. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I'm having a really good Friday. We spent the day listing, posting, editing, shipping, all the fun stuff we do to make money. We did not go out today. I guess tomorrow is yard sale day, so hopefully we don't have any rain. We can get out there tomorrow. I know we had a first video from last night's haul. I posted earlier today, so you guys get two videos today. It was supposed to be up late last night. I fell asleep. Haven't been feeling good. Not sick, just crazy pain in my shoulder up to my neck. I think I pinched a muscle or a nerve or something. So took some medicine, fell asleep last night, didn't get to hit publish, that big upload publish button. So I put it up this afternoon. You guys can check out that haul video, but don't be afraid, don't be scared. A lot of people messaged me and said, what happened to Q&A Friday? That's right now. That's still gonna happen tonight. So I'm reading through questions. As soon as I get back, I had to drop some stuff off at the office and at my mom's again. So as soon as I get back, I'll finish reading, writing down and answering all the Q&As, and then we'll get the video up so you guys get to watch two videos today. And then, like I said, tomorrow, if weather permitting, we'll go out to the yard sales. And I'm going to a car show early in the morning, like 6 a.m. Hopefully I'll be done at the car show, head out at 8:30 and get to some yard sales, and we'll have a good day tomorrow, weather permitting. So we'll see. Keep your fingers crossed. I swear, sometimes I'm not going to open my mouth on video because literally 2 minutes after I filmed that part about keeping our fingers crossed for the weekend, this starts happening. But if it gets out of the way now, I'll be okay with that. Just don't rain tomorrow morning between 6 a.m. and noon. That's all I'm asking. All right, guys, this is the Q&A video for Friday. It's TGIF Q&A Friday. So I've gone through all of your questions. I've got a bunch of them, literally written down in the notebook, a whole bunch of them. The first one, we're gonna jump right into it. It's from Rita Brooks, and it says, how long does it take for items to go from the Goodwill retail store till they send them to the Goodwill bin store? And that's a very good question. I actually didn't know that myself, but I asked one of the managers at my outlet store, and he says when stuff sits for longer than 6 months, they send it over to the Goodwill outlet store. So I don't know if that's the same everywhere, but at least for our area, it's 6 months. Thanks, Rita, for that question. So typically 6 months is a long time to sit in the store, but it doesn't mean that just because something sits that long that it's necessarily bad. It just, people passed over it or they didn't know that it was a good brand, so it jumped over to the outlet store. Question number two is from Dennis Gusty. And he asked if there's places to sell outside of eBay and Amazon, and if you should spend your time on those places. Definitely, absolutely. Facebook group and Craigslist.
Yard sales.
Yard sales of your own, yes. Yard sales of your own. Facebook groups.
Facebook groups.
The yard sale Facebook groups and Craigslist. 100%. Those places, you can sell large items. If you get furniture or big items that you can't ship, or items that sit on your eBay or Amazon accounts that are maybe not selling very quickly. They've been up for a few weeks. You could list those locally and they might sell quickly. You don't know. You never know what kind of audience you'll have local versus selling on the internet. So don't throw those options out the window. Always make those options available to yourself. So question number 3 is from Darren Eckelman. Yeah, she doesn't know this question. Daryl Eckelman. Basically wants to know if a lot of the items bought are quick or long-term. Do I buy them to sell them quickly, or do I buy them to hold on to them long-term and wait and see if I can get the most money out of them? Whatever I want to buy is to sell quickly. I wish they would all sell the next day, but it doesn't mean that they will.
You think you buy something that'll sell tomorrow, but you actually don't sell it for a month.
Everything you buy, you want to sell right away. That's right. But if you pay a quarter for it or 50 cents and it sits for a long time, it really doesn't matter. It's okay if that's long term. So if some of the merchandise you buy is long term, that's perfectly okay. If you're buying stuff for $10, $15, $20, $30, $5 even or more, you kind of want to price that stuff to sell quickly. Make sure you price it correctly. Don't hold on to it forever because you don't want hundreds or thousands of dollars in inventory sitting. So good question, Darren. Very good question, definitely. Number 4 is from Ethan Vrooman. And he asked if global shipping program on eBay, if offering that is a good thing or if it's worth it. And for sure, it doesn't cost any extra money. It doesn't cost any extra time or anything. And making it available to international buyers is 100% safe. eBay only requires that you ship it to the Kentucky warehouse.
You ship it to a third party,
It's
right?
It's Kentucky, yeah. It ships to Kentucky's warehouse, which is where eBay's international shipping warehouse is, and they handle the rest. So it only costs you the normal domestic USA shipping, and then you're off the hook for anything else.
There's no reason not to do it.
Yeah, there's no reason not to it, because if it sells to an international seller, then you're one up. If it doesn't sell to an international seller, then at least you made it available to them and you had the chance to sell it to them. It doesn't take any more time or any more effort out of your part to at least offer it to them, let alone sell it or ship it. And if it sells it to them and you ship it, you're protected and covered under the same PayPal buyer protection as you would a normal shipment.
What is your percentage that you sell to that?
Oh yeah, he asked what percentage I sell to them. Probably, I would say 15 or 20%. I probably, for every 10 or 15 orders, sell 1 or 2 that goes international. I have a couple regular customers international, actually, that order a lot from us. So that pushes my percentage up. But typically, you will get several international customers per week that buy from you. So it's definitely worth it. 100% Ethan. Make sure you make that option available.
Agreed.
So the next one is from Bookano, and they ask our return rate on clothing. It's very low. We sell, in July we sold, I think, 750 pieces of clothing, and I think I just counted, it was like 6 or 7 pieces, so less than 1%, like 0.8%, 0.7%. It's only like 2 or 3 items a week, if that. Last week I had none. The week before that I had 2, so it's really only 1 or 2 pieces a week.
It's very rare, yeah.
It's low, and it's half the time it's not even our fault. So make sure that if you're worried about the return rate, don't. Tony B, who we know in person. Tony sees us at the Goodwill outlets in Gandy all the time.
I just met him, right?
You did just meet him yesterday at the Goodwill
Tony.
outlets. Hi, Tony. And Tony's wife, who wasn't there last time. I met her the time before. Kate wasn't with me, but she wasn't with him yesterday. But Tony's wife, hello again. He wanted to know what we price our tie prices at. So our tie prices depend, but majority of them are $8 to $10. If they're higher end, if they're Hermes or Versace or Louis Vuitton, I got, like, my Versace tie went for $30. The Hermes tie went for $40. The Louis Vuitton one went for like $35. Stuff like that, higher end. But if it's regular Polo or Tommy or George or anything like that, $8, $10, $12. If it's, Polo, you can do $12. If it's George, you can do $9 or $10.
Depends on the brand.
It depends. And a lot
And
of
the design.
Yes, a lot of the price is based on the design and the uniqueness of it. So the more unique, the more cool the design. Golf ties, novelty ties, the Crayola, the M&M ties, those are $9, $10, $12 ties because people like to collect those. So just use your gut, price it on that stuff. But you can also look at my completed listings and see what we've sold tie-wise. We sell like 1 tie a day, so you can see that. Rebecca, who leaves a lot of comments on my page. Thank you, Rebecca. I see you all the time. She asked if we can sell books in lots on Amazon. And as far as I know, no. And the reason is because Amazon requires you to have a UPC for each individual item that's shipped in, especially FBA. So each individual item will have its own UPC. A lot of books will not have a UPC because they have no way to know what the lot of books are. So if you're going to sell a lot of books as a group, you need to sell them on eBay only. Do not sell them on Amazon.
UPC though?
You can create your own UPC as a lot, but
That's what I thought.
But I don't know that that's necessarily going to be productive for you. You're certainly welcome to try.
A lot of people search for UPCs.
They search,
back of the book,
yeah, they search by the UPC. So if you create your own UPC, it's probably not going to come up. No one's going to find it, exactly.
Yeah.
So I would recommend putting that on eBay.
But
and
recommend not.
Yeah, and lately I have sold quite a few books in lots, like a lot of 7 Magic the Gathering books. I sold them on eBay and they sold right away, like quickly. So I would recommend putting lots of books on eBay, 100%. Next question. Biscayan Kid asked what kind of car I drive. It is a BMW i8. Thank you for the comment about how cool the engine sounds. I appreciate that. It's a BMW i8 hybrid electric. It's gas and electric. It has both engines. The noise that you're hearing is from the sport mode engine, not from the battery or the electric. But you can look that up. BMW i8. Thanks, Biscayan Kid. The next question we had was from...
A lot of questions.
Yeah, we had a lot of questions. So, and I didn't even gather all the questions we had this week. We had so many questions. Thanks, guys, for getting them all in. If you didn't get your question read on this video, please leave it again or email it to me so I can get it next week for sure. This is from Almost Antique Man.
Can't even read her handwriting.
I know, I can't. My handwriting is so bad. I just scribbled this.
Oh my god.
And I literally.
I'm like, what are we reading right now?
I should definitely write these better. Actually, let's go to the next one. This makes more sense. Nancy Joe wrote, when to sell your winter clothing and jackets. I sell them all year round. I don't discriminate when I list. Obviously, they're going to sell better right now because winter season is coming up. But I list my stuff all year round. I don't care when I list it.
At least 3 months.
But I would say
before.
3 months. I would say August, September, October gets people ready for November, December, January. So that's probably the time that you'll get the best price for them. Okay, this next question was from Almost Antique MN, which I assume is Minnesota, which Kate's from Minnesota. So if that is,
Minnesota.
if you are from Minnesota, thank you. And they ask if we wash the clothes. All of the regular clothes, the t-shirts, all that stuff get washed. The ties and the dress stuff get spot washed. My mom takes care of all that. She does a really good job on that. So yes, we do typically wash most of it, or at least make it smell better to sell. And then the last question from Sean Murphy, he asked a two-part question. Part one is, how often do we go to garage sales? I try to go all the time. I try to go on the weekends. It rains a lot here, so you can pretty much count 1 or 2 weekends a month out because it rains like every freaking Saturday. Which sucks for us. We can have yard sales year round, but we lose half of those anyway, so it's garbage. And then, do I look up the average price of clothing when I list them? Yes. When I'm at Goodwill outlets or yard sales, I typically don't look them up before I buy them because I'm buying stuff so cheap. It doesn't matter. When you're paying a quarter or 50 cents, you really don't have to look it up. You can take a chance. If you're at Salvation Army or another store and you're paying $2 or $3 an item, that's when you want to look up items before you buy it, because you don't want to risk buying, $20, $30, $40 worth of clothes and not knowing what you're buying.
$3 per piece.
Yeah, if you're buying, exactly. If you're buying an entire bag full and you're only paying $20 for a whole bag full, then you're great, because all you need is 1 or 2 good items and you're good. But if you're going out to a regular store and you're paying a lot of money, look it up before you buy it. And a lot of people say they don't want to look stuff up in front of people, which I understand. Take notes of it, put it in a little notepad, and then walk away and look it up at your car, or look it up outside, or outside the door.
Put it in your cart and look at it in the corner.
Or put it in your cart and walk away. Yeah, that's
then
a good thing.
you don't lose out just in case.
Exactly. That's what a lot of people do. They put it in the cart and they walk away and look it up. And then if it's not what they want or it's too expensive, then they put it back. So that's a good way to make sure you don't overspend on items. Okay, so that's our Q&A for this Friday. If your question didn't get answered, please email it, which will be down in the description as usual. And we will see you next Friday with a Q&A. And tomorrow, of course, with a video. I have a car show in the morning. I'm going to try to get to yard sales if I can get out of the car show decently. If I can't, I'll go to pawn shops and a few other places on the way home. I'll at least have something to show you guys. But we've had a lot of purchasing in the last 2 days, so we have a ton of inventory to get listed. So I'll come up with something for you guys tomorrow. But thanks for watching. Social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram are down in the description as always. Like and share this video and subscribe if you already haven't to this channel. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.